we're going to let you kick it off.
Oh, okay. Sounds good. Melanie, we're recording this for other people so I can use this. I want to welcome you tonight to be here. And let me just tell you all that Melanie is a longtime girlfriend of mine. Trila and I grew up together, Melanie, when I lived in Shreveport.
No way.
And when my family moved to Houston, Melanie's family became close friends of ours, Trila, at our church. And in fact, her brother was my date to prom. So, and then now Melanie lives here, close to me. And so we have another close girlfriend that the three of us try and meet every few months to have lunch and things together. So Melanie's a dental hygienist.
Welcome.
Thank you.
And a grandma and great all around person. So
she's too kind.
So Trila and Terry, why don't y'all introduce yourselves too?
Okay. Well, I'm Trila, like Kathy said, and we went to high school together. And I am now in the Little Rock area, and I am a Ruby ambassador with Plexus, and a grandma, and a former high school math teacher. How's that?
Oh, wow. Okay. So you're an educator. Awesome.
Yeah. Was.
Still are. You're educating people.
And math of all things. Terry, how about you?
Hi, I'm Terry Cody Davis, and I'm a senior Ruby ambassador, and I'm actually going to start sharing some information. I am also a grandmother with like 114, and we have the whole gamut. So I love that life, and thank goodness for Plexus for the energy and the extra cash to spoil them. Okay, I'm going to share my screen real quick because I'm going to quickly go over some of our main products. I'm not sure what that's in.
Melanie, are you familiar with Plexus?
Not at all. Never. No, this is brand new.
Yay! Okay, so that's exciting. So I'm going to go over our basic products real quick, and then we're going to come back and I'm going to delve down into some of our most important product. Well, I'm going to go over, yeah, I'll do it that way. Okay, so here's the thing. We have something for everyone. We aren't in the want business. We're in the need business. We have products that everybody needs. We, especially today with the problems that we have in the world. And I am going to say this right off the bat. Plexus does not claim to cure or treat any disease or illness. So let's just get that disclaimer out real quick. I will tell you, though, that Plexus is highly focused on gut health. We're going to talk about that a little bit more in just a minute. But our X Factor vitamin is something that we are not going without in our house. I know you've heard through the news, get your vitamin C, get your D3, get your zinc. And our X Factor Plus has all of that. Plus, it has extra aloe vera in it, only vitamin out there that has aloe vera in it. What does aloe vera do? It soothes and heals. So this goes into your gut, and while it's helping your body absorb those extra nutrients and trace minerals, which most vitamins do not have, it's also soothing the lining of your gut and helping to heal your gut. We have pain relievers. We have Active, which is our energy drink. I had an Active collagen slim cocktail this afternoon, and I am raring to go. We also have Mega X. It's all of the omegas in one capsule, no fishy taste. Everything is plant-based, non-GMO, organic, and we also have a CBD line. We cannot sell that to the public yet because it's not legal to sell it in every state in the United States yet. But as an ambassador, you can get this amazing product. There's a bottle on my nightstand, a bottle on my husband's. It's amazing. And don't forget the kids. We've got something for the kids. You know, the poor kids right now, they're inundated with sugar. There's no way a kid will eat 8 cups of broccoli in one day, and we've got you covered. We also have a new microbiome drink for kids. It's delicious. It's like a little sweet tart mixed with water, and it actually has a probiotic in it, which every child needs. So check out our children's line. We're going to have Kathy send you our amazing integrated or interactive catalog as soon as we finish. So I just want to talk about our signature products real quick, because this is where it all happens, in your gut. It's all about the gut. It's in the gut. It's about the gut. 70 to 80% of your immune system is in your gut. So our Slim, we have 2 kinds of Slim. We have a hunger control, which has polydextrose in it. If you're looking to lose some weight, mix up that Slim, sip on it through the afternoon, drink your water, makes you feel like you're full. We also have our microbiome activating Slim, which is amazing for gut health. I love it. I love both of them. I mix and match them. Okay, let's talk probiotic. Ours is completely different. First of all, it doesn't cost $100, so that's huge. You don't have to refrigerate it. It's freeze-dried so that it makes sure it's in the special little capsule, so that when you take it, it gets down into your upper intestine, then it gets down to your lower intestine where it works. It has an ingredient in it that no other probiotics have, an enzyme, which cuts through the chitosan, helps break down the yeast that's growing in your gut. Our Probio 5 is by far the best one on the market, and I will never be without it. Okay, let's talk poop. Huge topic. Everybody should talk about poop.
I do.
You have to talk about poop. I did not know this until I started Plexus. You should be pooping 2 or 3 times a day. If it goes in, it should go out. If it's not going out, it's hanging out there. And if it's hanging out there, what's it doing? It's causing you to gain weight. It's making you feel bloated. You feel miserable. You're poisoning your system. So BioCleanse to the rescue. I'm telling you, our house is never without BioCleanse. I take it every single day. I feel like $1,000,000, and I want you to too. So that's a quick overview of a few of our products. I'm going to stop the share and turn it over to Trila, because Trila is going to tell us how Plexus affected her life. Trila?
Hi. Okay. Well, first thing I said is that I went to high school with Kathy, and I have grandkids. I had 2 children, and my daughter Laura is the one I want to talk to you about. She was born with probably just about 25% of an immune system. You've heard of the bubble child, the bubble boy that had nothing and had to be, isolated. Well, Laura wasn't that extreme, but pretty bad. But we decided to try to let her live a life as normally as possible. But she was sick a lot. In fact, she had pneumonia 18 times by the time she was 6 years old, in and out of the hospital, and continued to have pneumonia all through her life, and other issues. We found out that Laura had this severe immune deficiency when she almost died of chickenpox at age 5. She, the chickenpox virus was just killing her from the inside out, and if it weren't for the Zovirax or Zovirax, I've heard them pronounce it out different ways, which is now the vaccine. Back then it was just a medicine, but that literally saved her life way back when she was just 5 years old. That led to a bunch of testing, and they discovered the horrible immune deficiency, which led to every 2 weeks getting infusions of IgG, gamma globulin, and basically that kept her alive. Because this isn't technically correct, but the easiest way to explain it to people is it actually put the good antibodies back into her system that her body wasn't making. So so that she could have a chance of surviving all the toxins that her body was exposed to out. Well, as time went on, Laura's body just couldn't handle all of the IgG, and then we had to go into steroids, and she started having brain swellings. She was airlifted from Shreveport, from LSU Med Center up to UAMS here in Little Rock, and had to have emergency surgery. Her skull half removed, lobectomy, and anyway, so 5 different times Laura had to learn to walk and talk and do everything again because of her body rejecting all the drugs. Now, the drugs were important because they had to, she had to have them to stay alive. But what I learned finally over all these years, well, I'll tell it to you this way. And at Thanksgiving in 2012, Laura got out of the hospital on Thanksgiving Day from about a 30-day stay. Our average was about 30 days. I mean, we stayed 60 and 70 days, but our average was about a month, 3 to 4 weeks. So anyway, and she was given only months to live. They said her lungs are she had chronic lung disease. I could go on and on about what all she had. But anyway, she was given only months to live. We had the biggest Christmas we could have for her. Her birthday's January 1st, and we had the biggest birthday and everything. Well, Laura had spent from 2008 to 2012, when I'm talking about in the hospital more than out. And so I had gained a tremendous amount of weight because I stress ate and ate all that food that came on her tray that she didn't eat. And anyway, so I reached out to Terry, and actually Terry and I went to college together. That's how we met.
Okay.
And I saw her at a reunion, and she had lost weight. And I went, "What are you doing?" And so she said, "Okay, girl, you've got to do this. You've got to do this." And I said, "Okay, I'm going to try it, but I will not sell it. I will not sell it." And so I started at January 1st after that big Christmas and after Laura's birthday on January 1st. And I lost 5 pounds that first month. And I was eating a piece of birthday cake every day because I had spent a bunch of money on this really big special cake and nobody ate any. And I thought, there's no way I'm throwing this out, Miss Tightwad here. I like to say I'm frugal. But anyway, so I sliced that cake into individual small pieces and froze them in Ziploc bags, and I ate a piece of birthday cake every day, and I still lost 5 pounds. So I thought, okay, I'm going to stick with this. So Terry said, well, then you need to sign up as an ambassador because that's the cheapest way, which is the way everybody should sign up, in my opinion. But anyway. But I didn't at first. I was scared. I had to make sure, because of Laura's health and the way she was always going in and out of the hospital, that my hand wasn't going to be tied to something, that I wasn't going to be charged things that I didn't want to be charged, that I didn't have to do something that I didn't want to do,
Yeah.
So I made sure of that. And of course, with Plexus, it's not. But I noticed that they had a probiotic. And I told my husband, I said, here's another probiotic. I said, I'm going to order it. I'm ordering it for myself, and let's try Laura on it. Now, what you have to understand is Laura was at that time 27, 28, and she had been on a probiotic since 18 months of age. I have been studying probiotics for over 30 years. Well, at that time, over 27 years. I'm not new to this probiotic bandwagon that you see on TV all the time, and half that stuff they tell you, it's not true. It's not. And so I said, well, it's not that expensive. I couldn't believe it, the price compared to some of the others we'd been buying for her. And within 4 days, we noticed a difference. 4 days. And I was like, what in the world is this? What is happening? So me, being the educator, I did some research. And I saw what Terry was talking about, chitinase, a digestive enzyme, chitinase. And I said, I wonder what this is for. Well, if you know anything about yeast, Candida, God put it in our bodies to decompose us when we die. That's its purpose. It has a purpose in our body. But when it's allowed to grow rampantly in our bodies, it starts decomposing us prematurely. And you've heard people say, gosh, I feel horrible. I feel like I'm about to die. Well, they might be prematurely kind of shutting down. And that's what was happening to Laura, is her body was overgrown with yeast from all of the drugs, from all of the infusions, from all of everything that she had to be on. And her body was decomposing prematurely. So I started her on ProBio 5. I also started her on the X Factor Plus, the multivitamin Terry was talking to you about. X Factor Plus has clinical studies that show that it slows the growth of cancer and the reoccurrence of cancer. It slows down disease in our body. And it also has aloe vera in it, which allows your body to absorb nutrients, minerals, and stuff better. So what was happening with Laura when she started these things is the yeast was beginning to get under control. The X Factor was starting to help her absorb her medicines, her anticonvulsants, all of her medicines better. In fact, over a 5-year period, she never went in the hospital but one time. And y'all, this is somebody who was pretty much living in the hospital, okay? In fact, they thought she had died. They thought she had died at the hospital because we were always there. And one of them saw us when we were getting our infusion one time, and one of the nurses from the floor, and they said, "Oh my gosh." And so that's how they knew that she hadn't died. But anyway, what I was going to say is the one time she had to go to the hospital was because one of her anticonvulsants levels were too high. Dilantin was way too high, and it made her loopy and just out of balance and everything. And it was because the X Factor was helping her body absorb that medication. And so they just decreased the dose. She actually was on 5 anticonvulsants, and she got off of 2, and we decreased the Dilantin a lot over those years. Now, Laura did pass away last August.
I'm so sorry.
Her body just couldn't, it just shut down. I mean, there's no other way to explain it. Her pancreas, her gallbladder, I mean, there were 4 major organs, her bowels, her kidneys, everything. And she was as happy as can be, And we're happy too. But because of that, I will never stop sharing Plexus, ever. Because Plexus is about weight loss, but it's not about just weight loss. It is about being the healthiest that you can be. And that is what I try to focus on when I share. And I hope that you'll give Kathy a chance to share with you too, and help you with even the littlest issue, and be proactive in your health.
Yeah.
In today's world, especially.
Yeah.
Okay?
Thank you so much, Trina. I'm going to go back and share the screen again because we're going to talk about something, our health and wellness is paramount. That's the most important thing right now, especially with everything that's going on. But what's the one thing that women will spend more money on than they'll spend on just about anything? And it's their skin. And if I can get to my Plexus has offered us an amazing program. I can't tell you how joyful this made me, because out of Trila and I'm the vain one. I'm the one that I don't walk the dog without my lipstick. I'm horrible. And I was spending so much money on skincare through another company. And I had all 8 steps of my program lined up. And every day I spent all this time going through all the steps and putting stuff everywhere and special stuff for my eyes and spending a lot of money. Do not tell my husband how much I spent. And Plexus changed my life. They came out with a serum. It's so simple. You wash your face, you put the morning serum on, the day serum, you put your makeup on, you're done. You wash your face at night, you put the night serum on, you're done. Amazing. Y'all, I cleaned off my counter because now I just have 2 things on it. And I can't tell you how much money I save. Then Plexus came out with collagen. Y'all, listen, what does collagen help? Your hair, your nails, your skin. But more than that, it also helps your joints. And it just makes you feel so much better. And y'all, listen, it helps with the turkey neck. It helps with this. It helps with cellulite. It's just the bomb. So I want you to consider ditching all that other stuff and making your life a lot easier and making yourself more beautiful. Okay, I'm going to do one more slide that Trila's going to talk about. Trila?
Okay, a lot of times people don't understand that these problems that are listed right here are all linked to gut health. If your gut, which as Terry said earlier, controls 70 to 85% of your immune system, if it is sick, if it is leaky, if it has holes in it, you start having these issues that are listed up here. The way I explain it to people is God created our bodies so that our digestive system is pretty much self-contained. Think about it. You can pick up anything off the ground just about and put it in your mouth and survive. Now, barring a real toxic, poisonous plant or something. But if you have a cut, a deep cut, and a little bitty speck of dirt gets in, you can have all sorts of problems, can't you? And that's because our gut system, our digestive system, was created to be self-contained. It's not supposed to leak out toxins that we put into the other parts of our bodies. But when our gut is sick, our gut lining is all caked up and junked up, it starts cracking. And things leak out through the cracks. And those toxins cause issues. And these are just some of the hundreds of issues. If you have any issue, type it in, gut health plus whatever it is. And you will be surprised at the link between these two. And this is why Terry and I really, and Kathy too, promote the gut and our gut health products. It takes time, it takes commitment, and it takes consistency. You got to be consistent with them. And a lot of times people don't notice things right away until they get off the products and they start feeling bad, or until they go to that annual checkup and they get all their labs done and the doctor's like, what are you doing? Everything looks great. What have you done? And then that's when you went, well, I guess the products are really working. I know these products work and help, but it takes consistency and it takes time and commitment. I hope that you will not have to suffer from any of these anymore by letting Plexus help you get healthy from the inside out.
Thanks, Trila. And I definitely can attest to a lot of those problems prior to Plexus. So I wanted to close with a little story about my life and get pretty stinking personal. So I met Trila at college. We were Rangerettes and we were rock stars. I just want y'all to know that. But
We
so
we still are.
we were hot. So anyway, we'll send y'all pictures. I met this guy and he was, flashy, and he spoiled me and spent a lot of money on me, and I agreed to marry him. Well, and we had 2 children. We were married 5 years. Well, I didn't really know a whole lot about this guy. He kind of had a separate life, and that was really a life of crime. And I woke up one day with a 4-year-old and a newborn and a husband in prison. And I wasn't prepared for that. I was a dance teacher. That was my dream job. I was doing choreography all over town and teaching dance. But you can't raise 2 kids on a dance teacher's salary. And I was teaching dance. I never saw my kids. And of course I got no child support. So unfortunately I had to move in with my parents. And y'all listen, I was living the Cinderella dream life. And all of a sudden it was gone, completely gone. And, I didn't do 4 years of college. I did 2. So I didn't have a degree. So I start looking and I find a job, and I'm working 8 to 5, but I'm working downtown. So I have to leave the house at 7. I don't get home till 6. Then I had to get a second job. So I taught dance at night. So until my baby was a junior in high school, I worked 2 jobs. So you can imagine what I missed out on. Now, we finally, after 5 years of living with my parents, we moved into this horrible apartment, and every dime counted. I mean, every dime. And I budgeted and I budgeted. Now, let me go back and say, I have found my Prince Charming, and we have been together like 11 years. So there is a happy ending to the story. But, we move into this apartment, and I'm working my tail off like so many people are right now, going to 2 jobs just to make ends meet. And I just can't tell you how hard I worked and how much I felt like I was missing out on, and what a failure I felt like. And, we had gone to the grocery store one Sunday, and because I had to do everything on Sunday because I worked all the rest of the time. And so we go to the grocery store, and I've got my coupons. I've got my meal plan out. No, you can't have that. No, you can't have that. No, you can't have that. You know how it is when you take your kids to the grocery store. What a horrible feeling. What a horrible feeling that you can't even say, yes, you can have this silly candy bar. And I know you moms know exactly what I'm talking about. So we go home. The next morning we get up. It's time to go to school. And here come my kids. Mom, there's no milk. And I go, yeah, there is. I bought milk. I bought milk. No, Mommy, there's no milk in the refrigerator. Now listen, they ate for breakfast every single morning Captain Crunch cereal because I had a guy friend that worked for Quaker Oats, and he brought me a case of Captain Crunch cereal like every 3 months. So that's what they ate every day. Horrible, horrible. So I decide, and we live in Texas, I go, well, it must be in the car. So I go outside at 6 o'clock, 6:30 in the morning. Sure enough, that gallon of milk is in the trunk of my car. And I walk back up to this horrible apartment, and I stand on that porch, and I bawl like a baby. because I didn't have enough money to go and buy them another gallon of milk. And I felt like such a failure. I felt like, what is wrong with me? Why can I not provide for these babies? I'm working 2 jobs. I'm missing out. Now, by the grace of God, because God did always provide for us, our next door neighbor gentleman walked past. Terry, what's the matter? The milk is red. I don't know. You know, and you know, the ugly cry. And sure enough, 5 minutes later, here comes this amazing man, knocks on the door, hands me a gallon of milk. Here's the thing. I started doing Plexus, and I had no intention of selling it. I just wanted to lose weight. I had no idea how bad I needed it. I had no idea I was supposed to poop twice a day. I had no idea what Plexus was going to offer me and my family. So I started taking it, and people at work were going, what are you doing? You kind of have a pep in your step. You sure do look happy. Your skin looks great. Have you lost weight? I literally had a girl say to me, did you just get back from a cruise? Because you look so amazing. And I said, all I'm doing, I'm drinking this pink drink and taking some supplements. Well, I want some. So I'd say, okay, well, just go to my website. Well, the next thing I know, y'all, I got a paycheck. And I was like, this could be amazing. This could be, number one, extra money. I love money. I can help people. I love helping people. This could be my plan B. Because you see, I'd been in corporate America forever, and I hated it. I hated every time that they had layoffs, and I was like, am I on the chopping block? I hated every time I had to go in and say, I really want to go see my son play football. Is it okay if I leave early? I hated it when I had to put in for vacation time. I hated it if I was stuck in traffic and I was late. I hated it. So I thought, well, I don't want to do this forever. So what if I try this? What if I try sharing health and happiness? Well, I just want y'all to know 2 years ago, I quit corporate America. And today, I get to spend the mornings with my grandbaby. And the afternoons, I go up to the football field. I'm the only grandmother up there watching their high school practice. But you know what? I get to do that. And so when you talk to Kathy about Plexus and what type of program, we have 3 different ways to pay. You can be a retail customer. That's a one-time thing. Y'all don't do that. If you're frugal or you care about your money, don't do that. You can sign as a preferred customer, which is our auto ship program. You can change or cancel that at any time. But if you really, really know what you need for your life and your family, sign up as an ambassador. It's a special this month, $9.95 annual membership. You purchase a welcome kit with products that align with what you're looking for, whether it's weight loss, energy, gut health, start there, gut health, skincare. We have a welcome kit that will fit your life and your lifestyle. So we just wanted to share a couple of things tonight, a quick overview of the products, a little bit about how the products really changed Trila's family and gave her 7 more years with her baby. And I call her baby because they're all our babies. How it affected my life financially. Listen, I was able to go to my daughter and say, how much college do you have left to get your degree? Well, probably blah, blah, blah. If I pay cash for you to go back, I pay your tuition and your student loan and your books while you go where you go? She said, yes. So she has a college degree because of Plexus. So I just want y'all to look at the big picture. We are all about health and happiness, and we would love nothing more than to help you change your life and join us on this amazing journey. So, Kathy, I'm going to turn it back over to you and let you close this out.
Thanks, Terry. So, hi, Brittany. I see that you dropped in as well. So, Melanie, you know, I'm a gastroenterology nurse, so gut health is my thing. And when I stumbled across Plexus about 4 or 5 years ago, I really began to realize that I'd sort of found my perfect match in terms of my own, what my body needed. And of course, I have to be very careful. I can't overstep boundaries in terms of sharing about products with my patients and things. But I love sharing with my friends and talking a lot about that. There's a book that I talk about all the time called Mind Gut Connection that as a gastroenterology nurse, I loved it when I found it because it helped me talk to patients and friends. You know how when you get everybody asking about their teeth on the side, and so I always got people asking about their gut. And the evidence in this book, he's a gastroenterologist, and he shares a lot of scientific studies, and I began to realize that what I was experiencing myself health-wise totally correlated with all of this new discovery that we have about the gut and the gut microbiome and how connected our gut is with our brain and you know, with our emotions, depression, anxiety. They're just finding out all kinds of things, definitely with the immune system. So that's one reason why I just wanted to host a party, and Trila and Terry were happy to do this for me and to let me record it, so I've got that to share with other people. And you are an amazing friend to take time on a Thursday evening to drop in and just listen and learn. So you know how to find me. I'm happy to talk anytime if you're interested in the future about dealing with some health.
Yeah, I'd like a little bit more information on, you know, that you said there was some kind of catalog or something that I could just look, kind of an overview of, you know, everything that you have and all the products and everything. Sure. Yeah.
I'll share, and that'll give us an excuse, you and Robin and I, to go to lunch soon. So
That would be great.
always looking for excuses.
Yeah, no, any information that you have would be great. I mean, welcome. Yeah, very much. Yeah, I'm on that same path, just always trying to, you know, do the right thing for for health, overall health, and for myself and family.
Read a million different directions like you are these days too. It may be the right thing for you. I'm definitely a big believer, so I just want to hear. So
okay,
thank you, everyone. Trila and Terry, thank you for sharing.
Thank you. It was nice to meet you, ladies, and thanks for all that you shared with us. That was wonderful. Very informative, very good personal testimonies. I'm sad though for the things that you've had happen in your life.
No, it's that's what I'm saying. I have a happy ending, so that's the best part. You know, God has taken very good care of us, so very blessed.
That's awesome.
Great to meet y'all.
It's good to see y'all. We hope to see y'all soon.
Thank you for coming.
Thanks, Kathy.
All right, Melanie, I'll be in touch soon.
Yes, yeah, let me know. Yeah, let's talk some more and we'll go.
And I'll forward you some more information.
Perfect. All right. Take care, sweetie.
Thanks, y'all.